These are the ingredients for a famous Burmese condiment called Balachaung, spelled Balachaung. The main ingredient is dried shrimp, like this. When you buy it, you buy the best quality shrimp. It runs about $30 a pound. You have to get it from Chinese stores in Chinatown. And you don't have to soak it. It is already cleaned. All I do is I put it in a Blendtec or a food processor and just grind it up, maybe about 2 cups at a time. And it doesn't take very long. It's just a few seconds to grind up into sort of a coarse powder. So this is like 2 pounds worth of it. And you also need oil, any kind of cooking oil. This is canola oil, but not olive oil because it has a different taste. And it needs about probably 1.5 to 2 cups of oil. I know that seems a lot, but it soaks it up really good, and in the end it'll all work out. The other thing you need is fried red onions and fried garlic. Normally you take regular onions, like 2 onions, and you slice it very thin and you fry it in oil until it's crisp. And then the garlic, the same thing. You slice the garlic thin and then cook it in oil. But it saves a lot of time and it tastes just as good if you buy these already made. It's really interesting. It's not oily or greasy, but it saves you a lot of time. This is the shortcut method, and I've tried it before and it works very well. The other thing you need is tamarind, and you can also get this in Chinatown. And it comes like this in a block. It's kind of hard, no seeds, but then you soak it in some water, and then after that it softens, and then you mix it all up and squeeze out through a strainer all the pulp and just keep the juice. And this is a shrimp paste. You can use a Chinese type shrimp paste. In this case I have some Balachaung from Malaysia, which is a shrimp paste, which is kind of hard because it's been there a while. But what I did was I soaked it a little in water and try to soften it. Then you need about a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of vinegar, a tablespoon of fish sauce. In the end, you might have to adjust the seasoning and put more fish sauce. And the best brand to buy is this 3 Crab brand. To me, that's the best tasting of all. There are some cheaper ones, but this is the better one. And then you need some turmeric, 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of ground paprika. And then you need anyway from 1 teaspoon or more, if you like it spicy, of red pepper powder. And I use the type that you use for kimchi. So these are the main ingredients for making the balachaung. 2 pounds of the shrimp that we showed you in the beginning, that's all ground up. So I'm waiting for the oil to heat up, and then I'm gonna pour it in, and then just constantly stir it until it becomes drier and crispy. After that, we'll add the rest of the ingredients. As I said, this is an easier way, so we don't have to brown the onions and the garlic separately. This is already prepared in bottles. You can buy it in Chinatown. So after we do the shrimp and we lay it out on a pan to totally cool, then we add the onions and garlic. Okay, now the oil is hot. You can see it kind of bubbling. So I'm gonna pour slowly the shrimp in. And you will see that all the oil will be absorbed. Probably takes about 45 minutes or more for the shrimp to get nice and brown. But you have to constantly stir it, otherwise it'll burn, and you don't want that. See how the oil has almost disappeared. This is what it looks like after 20 minutes of stirring. Do not leave this alone for a second. Even if you have to go to the bathroom, answer the phone or drink water, because when you come back it'll be burnt and black. See. This is the half-hour mark. We've been stirring, and because the stove is so hot, this is the lowest flame we could go because we didn't want it to burn. And so now I want to taste a little bit and see if it's super crunchy. It's very crunchy, so that's enough. Okay. So now we're going to add all the condiments. Kind of put it in the middle. This is the shrimp paste. Just a little bit. It's very strong. And probably should put in the tamarind. Stir, stir, stir. And all we have to do is we have to make everything evaporate and dry again. So this is a little bit of vinegar, some paprika, some turmeric, some fish sauce, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of chili flakes. You don't want the kind with the seeds, so it's not the pizza kind that you use, but like I said, I use the one that we do make kimchi with. It's just red, no seeds. It's just peppers that are ground up fine. And if you want it spicier, you can put fresh chili peppers or dried chili peppers, and it'll be spicy. The Burmese like it very, very spicy, but I don't make it that spicy because the kids don't like it too hot. And if you don't want chili at all, just omit it. So that's pretty good. If you were to do this in the house, it would be kind of difficult because you need a big wok. And I had a smaller wok, but it wouldn't fit all the shrimp. This size wok is perfect. And if you can do it outdoors, like I said, it's the best because it doesn't smell up your house. Otherwise, your whole house will smell like shrimp for days. This is a condiment that's eaten all over Burma. It's well known. People eat it with rice and vegetables. Some people, the Europeans, like it on toast or crackers. It's very delicious. And in my house, everybody loves it. All the kids, all the grandkids love it. They fight for it. So this amount, I have to divide it into 3 so that everybody gets their share. And my daughter in Hawaii loves it so much, she is going to send me some shrimp on her own, and then I'll make some for her. The shrimp costs, in Hawaii, you can buy it at Costco. It's about $30 a pound, which is a lot, but it goes a long ways. And only buy the best quality shrimp, so you don't have to wash it, soak it, or whatever. You saw in the previous video that The shrimp is very big and pink. Don't buy those scrawny little shrimps that are super salty. I think it's perfect. Nothing else needed. So at this point, we're going to turn it off, and I'm going to transfer it to this tray. Okay, now we're transferring the hot shrimp onto a tray to totally cool. Again, if you put the onions and garlic in now, there's still some moisture, so the onions and garlic will soften, and you don't want that. You want everything to be nice and crispy. It's really delicious like this. I've transferred the cooled shrimp and condiments into a big bowl, and now everything is cool, so it'll stay crispy. This is still very crisp. It's been sitting about a couple of hours. So I'm going to add a cup of each. This is garlic and a cup of fried onions. And toss it all up. Now we probably can put more. So I'm going to add probably another cup of each. There's garlic. And here's the onion. See how nice and crispy this is? So this is guaranteed to stay fresh and crispy, refrigerated for a long time, if it lasts that long. But usually everybody eats it up. And this is the finished product. From here, I'll transfer it to containers, bottles, glass or plastic is fine. And here it is, the finished Balachaung, simplified version.